Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuhuanmelitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Nitinamine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Krupa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So in the first verse of Srimad Bhagavatam, Janmadhyasya Yataha that is the definition of God. If anybody asks you, what is God? You can say Janmadhyasya is a cause of all causes. And if you want to know more about cause of all causes, you should go to 2nd canto, 5th chapter. That chapter is entitled Cause of All Causes. You will see that 2nd canto, 5th chapter. It's a discussion between father and son. Who knows who is the father, who is the son? In the 2nd canto, 5th chapter. Which son is asking which father in the 2nd canto, 5th chapter? The chapter is entitled Cause of All Causes. Correct. Brahma and Narada. So there Narada is asking the father, Kara Amalaka Vat Vishwam Vijnana Vasitam Tava. He's asking, like a Amalaka fruit in your hand, the whole universe is in your control, in your grip. So you seem to be God, he said. So Brahma simultaneously became angry and he chastised him and he also thanked him also. Have any of you chastised and thanked the same person anytime? That happened with Brahma. Why? Brahma scolded the son. How can you call me God? This is how any Vaishnava will become angry. If you call him God, he will say Vishnu, 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 correct? No? On the other hand, he thanked him because by this question you asked, the cause of all causes, you reminded me of Lord Vasudeva. So I am grateful to you. He simultaneously felt both feelings. So the very first verse talks about the Adi Purusha. The word Adi is repeatedly spoken in the scriptures. Param Brahma, Param Dhamma, Pavitram, Paramam Bhavan, Purusham Shashvatam Divyam. And then Adi Deva Majam, isn't it? Ishvaraha, Parama Krishna, Sachidananda Vigraha, Anadir, Adir. Namaste Purusham tu Adyam. Who's saying this? Namaste Purusham tu Adyam, Ishwaram, Prakrite Para. There also the word Adyam comes, correct? No? Tvameva Madhyah Purusha Purana, Nagapatnis are also saying. Yesha Vai Bhagavan Sakshat. Anybody knows the second line? Adyo Narayana Puman. That's by Bhishma. Yesha Vai Bhagavan Sakshat Adyo Narayana Puman. Here stands in front of you the original Narayana. All other Narayanas are Xerox copies. Either is saying. This Krishna is the original Narayana, he's saying. Mohayan Mayaya Gudam Lokash Charati Vishnu, like that he says. So we can quote another 24 verses on Adi. You will find Gajendra also calls Lord as Adi. Adi means the source of everything. And Matta Parataram, there's nobody equal to him, nobody greater than him, is Adi, source of everything. So did the universe come from a big bang or seer? From a big brain. Big brain is that I have shown this one. Vishnu, you saw that? Is big bang? A big brain. There is big brain. So this is what Krishna says in the 7.4 and 7.5, that he is the source of everything in this creation. All materials have come from him in this world. So therefore, any material you see in this world, you should immediately be reminded of him. See, one very important thing about this session I'm going to show you today is that as long as you are present in this world, Until we come to the Premanjana Charita, we are not able to see Krishna eye to eye. But we can see him indirectly. You can't see him directly. Just like a child comes home, he sees a father's shoe. He's seeing father's coat, tie. Immediately the child knows my papa is around. Correct, no? So, otherwise the child, the child sees the things of the father and remembers the father. Like you take a glass of milk when you drink, what do you think? Gomata ki jai. You say that, right? Because we thank mother cow and then we drink the milk. Because the milk reminds us of the cow. Are you hearing Prabhupada's recording? How many of you felt presence of Prabhupada when you hear his recording? Correct, now when you hear the sound. So, even when you are talking to your mother or father on phone, when they speak, by hearing their voice, immediately their form comes in your mind. You will see that. Although they are not personally present there, only the sound is present. So Prabhupada says, my sound is my separated energy. Prabhupada says in one lecture. Milk is a separated energy of the cow. Similarly, this world is a separated energy of Krishna. So now what is a separated energy? Bhinna me prakritarashtada. Now why Krishna calls it separated energy? Actually it is not separated. Then why Krishna calls it separated? See, nothing is separate from Krishna. Everything is connected to Krishna. But he calls it separated because the jivas treat it as separate. Therefore it is called separated energy. Because the jivas are looking at it with an eye of enjoying mentality. Therefore it is called separated energy. Otherwise, in truth, it is owned by Krishna only. So, therefore you can call alternatively Yogamaya, Mahamaya. There is no difference. They are same only. But the word distinguishing word of Mahamaya has come about because some jivas want to be separate. Therefore the word Mahamaya has come. For example, you find that one man came in a big car to the temple and stopped his car. A fat man came out and walked to the temple. Big Karodapati, pulled out his purse from behind and one coin he put. And then he went back. So, like he says, that one coin is for Krishna, rest of it is all for me. Correct, no? That's what he thought like that. But as you become more and more devotee, you will feel that everything you own is Krishna's property. And you will connect everything to Krishna's service. Connect your family, your children, your wife, your parents, your money, your things. Like recently, one of my God brothers in Rai Ram Prabhu, I was in, of course, if you see his home, it's like a temple. Just like here, we have altar and lot of worship. And just the home and behind the home, there is temple. One L shape you take, immediately temple will come. In 1 minute, you will reach. That's why he's building a temple now. And very nice. So, he and his wife are very vigorous preachers. Rai Ram Prabhu. It's called Round Rock. Round Rock Temple, they call it. That place. That area is called Round Rock area. So, when I went to his house, so he had many items of Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada's one. Prabhupada Murti was there, and there was one Mata who had passed away, and Prabhupada disciple. So all the things that she had collected came to him. So in his home, if you see, like many collections of, wherever you turn around, you will find Krishna conscious things. So his wealth is for Krishna. His wife, children, all are like full-time devotees in the temple. His sons also, because they are only running the temple. But why I was telling, eventually we all will realize that not only things we possess belong to Krishna, we also belong to Krishna only. We are also his property. We feel like that. So here he says here that this verse, Bhumi Rapa Nalavayu, Bhinna Me is saying, which means, what is Me? Mine. Yeah. See, Prabhupada, whenever you will see this verse, whenever he says, Bhumi Rapa Nalavayu, Kammano Buddhirevacha Ahankara Itiyam, Me, Prabhupada will say. See, Krishna says this material world was created by him and maintained by him, owned by him. Similarly, next verse is Apareyam Idastu Anyam Prakritim Vidhi. Again, Me, he says. That means spiritual world also belongs to me. Like that he says. So both are created by him and belongs to him. Therefore, whenever you see the material world, you should see the material world and see behind this material world, Krishna's hands are there. That you should know. Like you go to Tata company, for example. Everywhere Tata is written. Tata Sumo is written. The table Tata is written. Chair Tata is written. Everywhere Tata, 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 everywhere you'll find. So, but Tata is not in them. Tata is in his own office. But you know that these things are energies of Tata. You can think like that. Similarly, Krishna says, Maya tatamidam sarvam jagat avyakta murtina matstani sarva bhutani na chaham tejavastita. He says, na chaham means I am not in them. They are dependent on me, but I am not in them, he says. So, when he says I am not in them, what is the meaning of that? I also have a individual, personal existence in Goloka. Goloka Nivasati. In this world, I am Akilatma Bhuto. Where am I living? Goloka, that's the meaning. So Krishna resides in Goloka, but he is also permeating his energies. Any of his property, you touch it immediately, and Krishna is aware that somebody is touching my property, that using. That is his consciousness. Example is given, Anvayad, Itaratash, Charteshu, Abhignya. Abhignya means what? Imagine if an ant is biting you behind, your hand immediately goes there, right? For Krishna, the whole universe is like that. Anybody does anything in any part of the universe, he can recognize that one fellow is doing this good or doing, because whole universe is like his body. So Prabhupada says the word operator of the cosmic machine, he says. So we are operator of our own bodily machine. He is operator of the cosmic machine. So let us see, being the operator of the cosmic machine, what Krishna says. Let's recite this verse together, okay? Ishvaraha Parama Krishnaha Satchidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. So here also the word Adir comes. People ask, if you say Krishna is source of everything, who created Krishna? People ask. Answer is very simple. Anything within the time domain of this material world will undergo change. Anything outside the time domain is eternity. In eternity there is no change. Both the Jiva and the Lord do not change. They both are eternal. So Krishna is living within time domain or outside time domain? Outside. And even when he comes within time domain, he doesn't change. That is his speciality, because he doesn't accept a material body. Only what exactly changes is the chemicals around the soul. Like we have this calcium, potassium, magnesium, that is only changing. Soul also doesn't change. Soul in this world or in that world, it's eternal also. So therefore, Krishna need not be created. Krishna has always been existing. So this is the first part I am going to show now. God's love for us. Let us see by looking at the nature around. So how can we see the God's love? So with a small fragment of himself, he creates and supports the whole universe. This is the first thing he does. As Garbhodaksha Vishnu, when he expands himself, from the navel of his body, he creates a lotus. When the lotus blossoms like this, at that time, there are millions of shining particles. Who are those shining particles? Who? They're jivas, all of us. But amongst those shining particles of jivas, he finds one of them most suitable for being a leader. And who is that? Yeah. I'll just show you just a minute.
Shri Vishnave cha vidmahe Vasudevaya dhimahi Tanno Vishnu prachodayat.
See, Garbhodaksha Vishnu is creating Brahma.
Om Shri Vishnave cha vidmahe Vasudevaya dhimahi.
Thing like that, Tanno Vishnu prachodayat. So, in this way, now why did he create Brahma? Because Lord does the first creation. What is it called as in Sanskrit? Sarga. And he delegates the second creation to Brahma. What is it called as? Visarga. Therefore, every leader should know that I should do something and I should delegate something also. Don't take all the credit yourself only. Actually, if you are delegating, that means you want to share the success with others and not grab the credit. There is a great joy in that also. So he is delegating to Brahma. He is telling Brahma that first, he says, Aham bija pradha pita. He says, he is a food supplier to all the jivas. So food is arranged in this world. For every jiva, there is a unique type of food. Because you will see that, like a lizard eats some fly. Correct, no? Like we eat vegetable grains and everything. Tiger eats a deer. Huh? So he has arranged for food for everybody. Then clothing has he arranged? What is the clothing he has arranged? This is the clothing, metal body. Clothing also is arranged. And where is the residence? The 14 planetary systems. And he told Brahma, put Gurdam Gachanti Satvastha, Madhya Tishtanti Rajasa, Jagannamuna Vrittistha, Adho Gachanti Tamasa. Tamoguni people put them below, Rajoguni on the earth, and Sattoguni up. So residence is also arranged. So roti, kapda, makan, all three are arranged. Correct? Now basic needs are arranged. But after taking that, the living entity start quarreling, fighting with one another. We will see at the end of the talk why they quarrel. We will find out. Brahma is consulting the Lord what to do with the jivas now. So Lord says, take the Vedas. Because if we give the Vedic knowledge, the jivas will know the purpose of creation. The purpose of creation is to cleanse the heart. Unclean heart leads to quarrels. Those whose hearts are clean, they will follow two very important true north principles. Anybody knows? Those whose hearts are completely clean in relation to Lord and in relation to other jivas. They will follow two principles, conformity and unity. With other jivas, they will follow unity. And with Lord, conformity. Conformity means aligning with His will. Karishye vachanam mama artava. What is it? Somebody said mama? Karishye vachanam tava, yeah. So we should follow Krishna's will or our own will. That is conformity. And unity amongst the jivas is very pleasing to Lord. What is that verse? Param Vrinidvam Bhadrambo Yadyuyam Dharmanandana Sauhardena Pratak Bhavas Pritoham Sauhrdena Vaha. Like that Lord Vishnu tells Prachetas. I'll ask any of you, tell me, you found 10 fellows underwater for 10,000 years. They performed austerity. And they worshipped you. Say you are one of you, like Vishnu, for example. They worshipped you. You are going and meeting them now. You go to that holy lake and all of them are emerging from water. After how many years? What is the first thing you will tell? Honestly tell me, any of you. What is the first thing you will tell? What a tapasya you did. Not just 1 year or 2 years. How many years? And that too? Underwater. But Vishnu did not speak one word about tapasya at all. You see those Vishnus, Ashtabhuja Vishnu appeared. 8 arms. And he didn't speak one word about that tapasya. But he did tell them in the very first verse meeting, he told them that, my dear sons of Prachana Barhi, Prachetas, I am very pleased with you because you all have performed a devotion service cooperatively, he said. At that time, I concluded that cooperatively performing devotion service is greater than 10,000 years of underwater penance. Correct, na? Correct, that's the correct conclusion or not? Very difficult, correct? So you will see, now you can understand, many people say, oh, Prabhu, you tell me to walk upside down, I can walk, but I can't work with that fellow. there are devotees like that who say, that one person, other than that, you tell me anybody I can work. People make up their mind so strong, you will see that. And they become headstrong, and therefore Lord says that I am very pleased with your attitude of working cooperatively, he is saying. So that is called unity, and vertically conformity. All scriptures talk about conformity with the Lord. For example, he said Karishya Vachanam Tava. In Bible also it is said. Anybody knows? Yes? Thy will be done. Thy will be done. Yeah. And in Quran, in Islam, they say Inshallah. They say Inshallah means whatever pleases Lord Allah. They say every religion talks about it. Conformity with the Lord. And so that's what Lord Vishnu told Brahma to teach. Put it in simple words. Teach the jivas conformity and unity. Then there will be no quarrel at all. So he gave the scriptures to them. Vaidhi Bhakti, Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti, Raganuga Bhakti, Bhava Bhakti, Prema Bhakti. He gave them all the scriptures. And that verse says that Jnanam Paramaguhyam me Yad Vijnana Samanvitam Tad Radheshyam Tadangam Cha Grahana Gaditam Maya. In that verse he says, Jnanam Paramaguhyam me. I am giving you the topmost knowledge, Brahma. Hear from me Practice it and you teach it down in Guru Parampara. So Brahma is our first Guru in our line. And then he gave to Narada, Vyasa, it's coming down. So in this way, Lord has arranged everything. He gave food, clothing, shelter, along with education also. He has given education. And not only education, he has made us an apprentice under a spiritual master. Because sometimes you have the bookish knowledge, but you don't have practice. So he has given us opportunity to be escorted by a guru in whatever we do. Each one teaches one while being taught by one. Who can repeat this? Each one teaches one while being taught by one. Yeah, correct. So you all agree, we all are doing that? We all are teaching also, we are also learning also. So are we students or are we teachers? Both, yeah. So similarly, Brahma also, although he is a first guru, even he is consulting Lord and taking knowledge from him. And he is learning from him also, and he is teaching Narada also. Every guru in the parampara, you will see, they are also learning and they are also teaching also. So in this way, knowledge comes in parampara. But the knowledge, how it comes in parampara, Tene Brahma Hrida Ya Adi Kavaye Mukhyanti Yatsureha. That line talks about Adi Kavi. Who is Adi Kavi? Those who don't know Adi Kavi, they'll go to Stephen Kavi. Isn't it? If you know Adi Kavi, you have all knowledge. Isn't it? So, Tene Brahma Hridaya Adi Kavi. Therefore, fellows go for all self-help books. If one studies Bhagavatam, you get all knowledge there. So there he says, Hridaya he says, that means he gives an heart. So every preacher has the duty to be able to connect with their audience and reach their hearts. If you don't reach their hearts, you have not attained the purpose of the scriptures. If you reach their heads, you provide them information. You reach their minds, you entertain them very nicely. If you reach their hearts, you transform them. So which one we want? Therefore he says, Tene Brahma Hrida Adi Kavi. So parampara can be called as a chain of hearts. It goes from one heart to another. Like Lord Vishnu touches the heart of Brahma. Brahma is overwhelmed when he sees Darshana, this beautiful darshan. He sees the lotus feet and Pitambar and bluish complexion of the Lord and smiling face. He is touched by Lord's darshan and his speech. And he considers the Lord his hero. He is my master. And he wants to faithfully follow him. Same thing happens to Narada when he sees Brahma. Same thing happens to Vedavyasa when he sees Narada. Because Narada is narrating his personal life, how he became a devotee. Dasiputra and became devotee. So in this way, every one of us, by dint of our character, by dint of our devotion, by dint of our personal application and integrity, and by dint of our transparency, being a transparent via media, it is our duty to be charming enough for those whom we are guiding to follow. Of course, if people are not charmed by our surrender and other things, they may have many material expectations from us. That you don't have to worry. But spiritually, we have to be right. Materially, you don't need any qualification in devotional service. But spiritually, we have to make sure that we are rightly situated. So in this way, now let us see. The further slides are going to show the second concept the Lord explains in the Bhagavad Gita. Not only I am cause of all causes in this world, everything has come from me. This glass has come from me, laptop has come from me, table has come from me, everything has come from me. That's one thing he says, cause of all causes. Second thing he says, I am the essence of everything. That is explained here. I am the taste of water. Everything has some essence. Like what is the essence of a bulb? Light. What is the essence of a fan? Somebody said essence of fan is to rotate. He said rotating is not the essence. It also has to give air also, yeah. Everything has some essence. So in the same manner, we say we made a sweet in the temple today, but you forgot to put sugar. And then the essence is lost. They will say, what is this? You call it sweet? It looks like sweet, but there is no taste in that, isn't it? Similarly, they made sabji and there is no salt in sabji. People will scream, isn't it? Where is the salt? Isn't it? So you will see there has to be something essential in everything. And that essential thing is me, he says. See? Prabhasmi Shashi Suryayo. I am the source of the light of the moon as well as I am the light of the sun as well as moon. Both he says. Now, see, this sun does many, many things. Sun is the cause of the rain shower. Sun is the cause of the growth of grains and crops. Sun is the cause of the 40 chemical reactions which happen in a green leaf. It's called photosynthesis, we call it. Without the sun, it cannot happen. In the early morning, when sun ray falls, a green mango turns orange mango. The leaf turns green. You will see that, isn't it? Because of the touch of the sun, like that. So, sun is actually a life source for all the jivas. Without sun, we can't survive. Even the factories cannot run without the sun. You will see that. Without the fire element, you can't cook in the kitchen. Correct, no? Sun is a very fundamental thing. Lord says that is one of his eyes. So I'm the source of the light of the sun and heat of the sun, he says. Then he says, you see, I am the Pushnami Chaushadhi Sarva Somo Bhutva Rasatmakaha. 6 type of juices I supply to all the vegetables, he says. What are the 6 type of tastes? Sweet, salt, sour, sweet, pungent, astringent, or the one bitter, correct. See, like here, you see this is the effect of sunlight, you can see how beautiful lotuses and lilies blossom by the touch of the sun. Sun also brings rain shower, isn't it? Brings clouds and rain shower. From that rain shower, grasses come, and the grasses are eaten by the cows, isn't it? And the milk is also one very important element for Brahmanas, most importantly Brahmanas, because they drink milk, they take dahi, and they also need ghee for the yajna. Correct, no? So then the grains come, fruits, cereals, spices, medicinal herbs, everything comes from the rains. You can see that. And the sun also brings all the flora and fauna all across the globe. Such a beautiful sight, isn't it? How many of you feel like going there? In America, when I did camp for the youth, Brooklyn camp, we went. There was one Krishna lunch house, they call it. It is about 1 hour from Brooklyn Temple, New York. It is owned by one devotee only, one Grasta devotee. So when he came to know that we are doing a camp, so Radheshyam Prabhu and his team is coming, so they gave it free. They had a vehicle. They arranged a vehicle to pick us up, and they took us to a place like this, very similar to this. And they arranged for prasad, and so evening time we used to have lecture like this kind of place, beautiful place. So lake and boat and everything. See, no one can manufacture anything. 3 things Prabhupada says in 3.11 or 12, one of those verses. What is that verse? Ishtan Bhogan Kivo Deva Asyanti Yajna Bhavita. That verse Prabhupada says 3 things he says. One is this one. Fruits, vegetables, milk, sugar, everything is supplied by God. No one can manufacture anything. So when you see these things, one should immediately remember Krishna. So when we chant Mahaprasad Govinde, that is not a ritual. That's not a ritual. It should be spiritual. How do you make a ritual into spiritual? Put the spirit. Spirit plus ritual is? Yes. Without spirit, it is only ritual. So how do we put the spirit? We should gratefully remember. So in our heart that, oh Lord, thank you so much. I showed you one Bhaktivinoda Thakur's letter last time. You remember that? I'll show you. See Bhaktivinoda Thakur, what he says about... Any of you can read this one? You can see this? Is it big enough? Please read it.
Though fully aware that the Lord is completely unconditioned, our holy and sweet principle of love takes a different view to that of the rationalist. Reason says one thing, but love prescribes the opposite. Reason tells me that God has no sorrow, but love sees God in tears for his sons who are misled to evil.
See, impersonalists, when impersonalists talk about God, they say, hey, God is unattached to the world. He has no sorrow. But when Vaishnavas see Krishna as a person, they can easily see that God is in tears. He cries tears. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they cry tears and they cannot tolerate the suffering of the suffering souls. Like we say, no, Pashu Pakhi Jure, Pashana Vidhare, Shunijara Gunagatha. Say, no, even the stones will melt seeing the compassionate heart of Lord Nityananda. It is said like that. So they are extremely merciful even to the most fallen. People like Jagai Madai and everybody like that. Therefore, it's called Patita Pavan. Correct, no? It's called Patita Pavan. So, Lord is not only merciful, He also comes personally to deliver jivas. That's how the Vaishnavas can see the Lord. Go ahead. Reason tells me.
Reason tells me that with all his improvements, man will never touch God. But love preaches that on the conversion of the soul into a state of spiritual womanhood, God, unconditioned as
He is. That switch is
unconditioned as he is, accepts an eternal marriage with a liberated soul.
Yeah. You understand this point? Huh? Like, some people say that, hey, you can never understand God. You are disqualified. You have so many, limitations and everything. But, love says the opposite. Rational person speaks like that. But a person with the heart of love for God, what he says? If you accept the mood of gopis, then Lord will come running to accept your devotion to Him. That's the mood. That means accepting mood of a gopi actually means completely humble, tolerant, patient, Ashlisheva Padaratam, Pinashtamam, that mood. Then Krishna will not be able to resist himself. He has to come. Yeah, go ahead.
Next one. Reason tells me that God is in infinite space and time, but love describes that the all beautiful Lord is sitting before us like a respected relative and enjoying the pleasures of society.
Yeah, you understand? No? Yeah. From rational point of view, therefore, Gajendra in his prayer says, Ivati Duram, he says. Ivati. See, Iva means what? Like, it appears that Krishna is far away. But in one moment, he can come. Like, I'll show you one small thing just. See, you will see there. See, once when Krishna's finger was cut by a knife, immediately Draupadi came and, you saw this? See how swiftly she tears the end of her sari and puts this thing. What Krishna says? Read that. What Krishna says?
Today, Draupadi, I am indebted to you, and when the time comes, I will pay you back for each and every thread.
Yeah. And how did he pay back? Yeah. Here you see Draupadi was in trouble and she was biting with her teeth and trying to escape from Dushasana, but she couldn't. And instantly Krishna supplied unlimited sari. So for one small piece of cloth, how much he reciprocated? So this is the way you will find Krishna's reciprocation is unlimited. Ocean of the sari he gave. See, I have all these files in different parts of my computer. The advantage. So, actually, I am very fond of showing like this because certain things, when you see, it has a deep impression. When you watch it. So, where is the Bhaktivinoda Thakur's letter? And that we didn't complete that. Where is that? Here it is. Yes. That's what he is saying here. That, God may be in infinite space, but actually love prescribes that He is right in front of you. When you are chanting the holy name, Yatra Gayanti Madbhakta, Tatra Tishtami Narada. As soon as you call out His names in a very sincere manner, He is right in front of you sitting and listen. How many of you have seen the picture when one blind devotee is singing, Krishna is sitting and listening? I don't know if you've seen that. Billamangala is singing like that, yeah. Now comes the real thing in Bhaktivinoda Thakur's letter. Read that as a father.
As a father in his amusements with his young children, God is spreading all sorts of delicious food all over the earth and expecting His sons to gather them for their own benefit. But the loving children, out of their holy and unmixed love, gather all the scattered blessings.
See, he
And-
uses the word scattered blessings. Amazing, no? That means, you have mangoes and you have this, that, so many type of fruits and flowers. These are called what he uses the word? Grains, spices, because these are the different things which make the food very attractive, correct, no? Like you put hing, or you put elachi, or you put miri. I don't know whether you know ven pongal, we call it, which is salt pongal. You know that? Yeah. In that they put miri, you know that? What do you call miri? Pepper. And pepper, if you fry and you powder it and add it, that's even more tasty. Only a little hot for the belly. But it is very tasty, correct, no? Similarly, this lavang. Yeah, that's very... similarly, kaju, if you fry kaju and put... Is it, Is it? Dwadashi says pongal, very special, correct, no? Correct. Similarly, if you take rava laddu, for example, rava laddu doesn't mean you just take rava and rotate it. In rava laddu, there is a fried kaju, There is fried kaju, there is kismis, there is elaichi, there is sugar, correct, no? And then when it is properly made, you should fry the rava properly. And then when you put in the mouth, it will melt like butter, correct, no? So you can see each of the items, in order to make the items very powerful, effective, Lord has supplied so many scattered blessings, he says. Yeah, yes.
So gather all the scattered blessings and with strong feelings of love, regardless of reason, offer all the blessings to the Father, whom they love more than their lives.
See, what amazing word he uses, no? The devotees love Krishna more than their lives. He is their prananath. And also, how are they offering? With their holy and unmixed love. He's saying unalloyed love. Unmixed love means unalloyed love. Pure love they are offering. And then how Krishna reciprocates. See what he says. Read that.
The Father again, in reply to their kind feelings, gives back the offering to the children and kindly tells them, "O my children, these blessings are intended for you. Out of your natural love, you bring them to me for my enjoyment. But naturally, I have no wants for you to supply. I have, however, accepted that part of your offering which is for me, your unmixed love and unbiased affections, for which I am unexceedingly anxious. Take back these sweet things and enjoy them."
Like that Krishna says. Beautiful, no? So he is talking about the principle of how the devotee should offer bhoga to Krishna and how Krishna returns it back in the form of prasadam. That's what Bhaktivinoda Thakur is talking. So this is, and then read this one. Yeah.
This process of unbiased love, which dry reason can never approach, sanctifies the food we take and brings us harmless enjoyment every day of our natural life.
This is the mood in which we should offer, and that affection with which devotees offer to Krishna, that is what makes the prasad. Correct, no? See, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he saw the shark in the home of Advaita Acharya, what did he say? He said, "Ye shark, Krishna aswadilo." He says, you know that song? Ekadina Shanti Pure Ababu Advaite Ragare Dui Prabhu. What Dui Prabhu? Bhojane Boshilo. Boshilo means they sat down to take prasad. And then he said, Shaka Kori Aswadana. All of you Vaishnavas taste this shark, he says. Krishna, he says, Prabhu Bole Bhakta Gana. Ye shark, Krishna Aswadi. This shark must have been tasted by Krishna, he says. Why? Because it is very tasty, extremely tasty. So, actually, generally when it is tasty, that is the time we forget Krishna very much. Because we become attracted to eating taste. But he says, as soon as he sees the taste, he remembers. Ye shark, Krishna Aswadi, he says. Hai no shark, Aswadane. Krishna Prema, I say mane. If anybody tastes this shark, they will get Krishna Prema. Like that is declaring. Say Preme, Koro Aswadhana. So lovingly eat this shark, he is saying. And then he's saying, Jada Buddhi Parihari, give up your material mentality. He's saying, don't look at this prasadam with your material outlook. See it with a spiritual outlook. He's saying, Jada Buddhi Parihari, Prasada Bhojana Kari, Hari Hari, Balo Sarvajana. He's saying, all of you chant Hari Hari and take prasad, he's saying. So, in this way you will find, typically in ISKCON temple, I remember in those days, in the student centers, we used to put all the boys sit down and then all the prasadam plates will be served. Nobody will touch it. Then we will chant Mahaprasade Govinde. You have seen, na? Everybody will recite the verse. And then after that, Hare Krishna, everything. And even though very, very nice items are there, you can't touch it until the prayer is over. Then only you eat it. Then somebody will be reading Krishna book, Kalila Amrita, something like that. Then gradually things went down. Then reading stopped. And the prayer also stopped, public prayer. And everybody is individually supposed to tell the prayer. And those who are new devotees, they are very faithful. The older devotees tend to forget the prayer often. As soon as prasadam, immediately pop up. And some people while eating only they say Mahaprasad. Mahaprasad Govinde, Mahabrahmana Vaishnava. Isn't it? So, in the number of years when we go up, are we going down or are we going up? It's a question, isn't it? So, the sincerity lacks as we spend more years because of carelessness. Correct, no? Because see, the items of Bhakti Yoga are very simple. Although they are deceptively simple, we should not take them lightly. Because we are not doing Ashtanga Yoga like Dhruva Maharaj in forest. Or nor are we studying like Jnanis. So therefore in Bhakti Yoga, whatever is taught to us, we should do it very faithfully. And very attentively, if we do it, then only we can reap the fruits of the Bhakti Yoga. Otherwise, like here he says, how the prasadam should be, bhoga should be offered. How should, we receive it. He is teaching us the consciousness. Lord is looking for that unmixed love or unalloyed love, he's saying. Yeah. So in this way he is saying, and then he says, we cannot express the joy we often felt when we took the Mahaprasad in the temple. The holiness we attach to it is its sweetness. And often we pray that all men may enjoy it. So this is from Bhakti Vinod Vani Vaibhav. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur was sweet. So that's what three things Prabhupada says Krishna supplies through the agency of Prakriti. What are they? One is this one, the eatables. And another one is metals, manganese, sulfur, iron, steel, gold, silver, diamond, all those things. And what is the third one he says? Third one is you'll say, nice plate, no? Yeah. You see this? Such amazing gifts Krishna is giving jivas through his nature. We can only make a plastic mango and keep in a showcase, isn't it? But man cannot imitate any of this. Such 6 types of juices. So many varieties. So, I forgot to tell you. The sun makes the grains and fruits and cereals, spices and jadibuti, everything. But the moon supplies the type of juices. Here you see the moonlight. It is giving the juices. Yeah. This is the third one. Prabhupada says, what are they? Heat, sunlight, moonlight, air, rainfall. None of these three things can be manufactured by human society, he says. So, yeah, he's saying that the sun is moving and the planets are revolving. All the planets are revolving in orbit properly. How? Because of Krishna says, by my energy I have entered them. You see, Pluto is which planet? Is it the 9th planet, right? But sometimes it moves between the 7th and 8th planet. You know that? Why it moves like that? Because the path is not concentric. In one place it goes in between. But did you ever hear of a clash? So many times it has gone in between. Sometimes it's 9th, sometimes it is 7th. But it doesn't clash at all. I am the fire of digestion. What is that verse? Aham Vaishwanaro Bhutva Praninam Dekhamashritaha Pranapana Samayuktaha Pachamyannam Chaturvidam. It's the 15th chapter, it says Purushottam Yoga. You see in the belly where there's one picture? You know who is that? His name is Vaishwanar, Agni. Without that Agni, there is no question of our digesting food. See, mixing with the 10 types of air, prana, apana, vyana, udana, samana. Many Vedic Brahmanas you will see. Pranaya swaha, apanaya swaha. You heard that? Vedanaya swaha, samanaya swaha, brahmane swaha, brahmaniyatma amritatvaya. And then they will do this, parishish, we call it. And then only they will start. Because they are requesting the Lord to bring the 5 airs. Another thing, recently one devotee showed me video that when Prabhupada is eating prasad, he will not allow anybody to be around him. Not even the servant also. Servant should serve him and go away. And Prabhupada, if you see the video, Prabhupada is facing the wall. Yeah. Silently he will eat. And the reason I heard that when we are eating prasad, we should know that the Paramatma, that Vaishwana Agni is Lord actually, who is active. So we should put the food in a mood that actually I am offering it to the super soul. We are not eating for ourselves. It's like an offering. And then the Lord digests properly. Many of us have digestion problem because, we know what we do during prasad. Somebody is watching TV, somebody attending on full. I told you don't understand. And then you eat. And all acids are secreting in the belly. So therefore we can't digest. See, I told the brahmacharis that I'm sorry, Prabhus, I can't eat with all of you. I'm going to eat in my room. My doctor has told me that I should privately eat. They all agreed, okay, Prabhu. And this was many years ago. After that, they found the best time they can catch me is prasad. And I suddenly found every day almost 8 devotees around me during prasad. And this went on for 6 months. One day, doctor asked me, is anyone around you during prasad? Yes, doctor, both the times. That's the time they take meeting. I said, no, that's very bad. He said, that will affect your health. You should not have any anxiety. He said, prasad should be taken lovingly, joyfully, in a prayerful mode. It should be taken. It's a yajna karma, they call it. I say it's a yajna, putting the food in the belly. It's offered to the super soul. Yeah. See, that is our belly. See, the Vaishwana Agni is coming in. See there. You saw that? Correct? This is belly, this is Vaishwana Agni. Without that, what will happen? See here. What is the problem of these fellows? Indigestion. Correct, no? They're suffering from indigestion. Without the Lord digesting the food. Sarvasya chaham hridisal nivishto matta smritir jnanam apohanam cha vedaischa sarvair ahameva vedyo vedanta krit veda videva chaham. He himself comes as, he gives remembrance, knowledge and forgetfulness. Now we can understand if he's giving remembrance. But why does he give forgetfulness? Can anybody say? Any of you say, tell me? Why should he give? Oh, where is the mic? Mic is here. Okay.
So one aspect of forgetfulness is that we should forget the bad experiences, miserable things,
Okay.
so that we can live life peacefully and
Okay.
happily.
That is one thing. But the actual meaning, what Prabhupada explains in his purports, anybody can tell me about the forgetfulness?
The Lord also makes us to forget Him also.
That's the most important thing. My question was on that point. Why the Lord makes the jiva forget Him? Is it not cruelty? Because the jiva, if he forgets Him, what will happen? He will be misled. Why the Lord allows him to forget Him? That is a very beautiful conversation between Rai Ram and Prabhupada regarding this. So Rai Ram said, Prabhupada, I can't control my senses and mind. So it's a duty of the super soul to remind me. Why the Lord is allowing me to, He should actually not let me go in the wrong direction. You should restrain my mind and senses. Prabhupada said, see, He has given you the knowledge, intelligence, what to do, what not to do. If you follow His teachings, then you can restrain mind and senses. And he said, no, I don't trust myself. So it is his duty. Then Prabhupada said, you want him to be treated like a machine. So you are not a machine. Jiva is not, is a Jiva machine? No, he has free will, a minute free will. No, I want Krishna to not give me this free will. He said, then you want to be a robot. So Prabhupada said, no, that's not possible because Lord is himself Swarat. Because he is Swarat, the Jiva also has minute free will. Lord has 100% free will and we have minute free will. So how can you take the free will away? You can actually offer the free will to Lord. Lord, I am offering my free will in surrender to you. But Jiva's endeavor is also necessary. You will see that We sow the seed and God gives the rain. Correct, no? If you don't sow the seed only, a friend is asking you, another farmer, hey, this year what are you sowing? Wheat or rice or, paddy. A farmer may say, no, I didn't sow anything. Why? I wanted to play safe because rains may not come. If he says, is he playing safe? He is foolish because he didn't do his part. So we should do our part first. And then we can expect the Lord to do his part. We are co-worker with God. Like Arjuna should take initiative. And then Krishna will give him guidance. Correct, no? Can Arjuna sleep in the chariot and say, Krishna, you only fight the battle? He can't say that. So those people who forget Krishna, can any of you say why Super Soul allows him to forget? Who can say? Yes, Prabhu. Yeah.
Unless we forget the Lord, we will not be able to enjoy the material nature. We will always be reminded that it does not belong to me. I am not the enjoyer. I am the servant of Lord.
Okay.
So it will put me in a miserable condition.
Okay. But why should you allow you to enjoy the material nature? Because enjoying material nature makes you suffer.
Yes.
Experience. You want to give us experience.
Frustrate experience and then accept
Is it not cruelty to allow me to experience a frustrating thing and suffer and then learn?
He wants to fulfill our desire. That is our desire to enjoy independently.
Okay, my desire may be a wrong desire, but as a parent, you should not allow me. You should actually correct me, no? Why does he allow me to go in the wrong path? Actually, he says Lord shouldn't do it forcefully. Then it won't be love. Therefore, what he does, he allows you to do what you want?
There is a Paramatma to guide us.
Guide us, yeah.
Through the scriptures and
Okay.
guides us.
Yes.
But at the same time, he allows us to go through the experience so that we can get purified.
Correct. That is actually a correct answer. Yes, you want to. That's it. I'll tell you one example. Think about this example and consider this example in your mind in the light of this verse. See, one family wanted to go to Chapati to attend the morning Bhagavatam class Maharaj was giving. So what time you have to leave in the morning? If you have to reach at 8? 3:30 you have to leave? It takes so long? Or by train? By car I was saying. 5, yeah. That's 3 hours it takes in the morning if you go in the very early in the morning. So they were thinking we'll leave at 5 and we will reach by 8. But in the morning they had one son and daughter, The mother along with the small daughter, she sat in the Innova car behind. And the father told the son, Beta, you sit in the front. Some or other boy was not in a good mood that day. He stood outside the car and told, Papa, you go behind. I will drive the car today. Neither was saying, small kid, very small kid. Your Yadvar is how old? You are Chaitanya, right? Where is Yadvar? Yadvar is how old is? Yadvar is sitting behind or no? Okay, Yadvar is how old? 6.5, yeah. So let us take Yadvar in 4 years old, Yadvar. Imagine if he says, I want to drive the Innova car, can he? He can't drive. So this boy was like that. He was a very small boy. Father said, Beta, even your leg cannot reach the brake. And you will be sitting with the steering, but how will you control the car? And you are so tender, you are not trained. Father said, okay, you sit on my lap and I will drive. And we can go. And son said, hey, you are making a fool out of me. I will sit in your lap and you will drive. And I am just now sitting. He told father that you can't even sit here by my side. You should go where? Back. You should sit along with mother and sister. And I will drive alone. He was very adamant. So father thought in the mind what to do with this boy, naughty boy, adamant boy. He's crying, he's not ready. 3 things he can do. One is give a tight slap below the ear. Hi, pat. Some parents do that. And he'll cry. Then put him in the front and close the door and just take him to Bombay. Correct, no? And after half an hour, he will sleep off. When he gets up, he looks at the father. What will be his mood? Angry, yeah. This is a crazy man. He slapped me. Or he bet me. He will think like that. Correct, no? He will think like that or not? Or secondly, what he can do, he can tell his wife, this fellow is so adamant. Just put him inside the house and lock him up. And we will go to attend Bhagavatam and come back. And whatever he wants to eat, just give some eatables and come. Is that all right? Can he leave a child alone at home and lock him and go? That's also not. Third thing is, okay, father says, mercifully says, Beta, you sit in the front. You drive the car. Here is the key. I am switching it on. Now we will sit behind and close our eyes tightly. Jo hona hoga. Allow the son to drive. It goes and hits a tree. And then there is a big accident. Everybody is bleeding. Car is toppled. And father says, Beta, sikh le kya tum? Now you understood. Of course, to ask also they should be hoarse, they should be in a consciousness. Otherwise, all are admitted in the hospital. Everybody is flat with all tubes in their nose. That is the third thing. How many of you agree that all these three are unacceptable solutions? Correct, no? Yeah. What the father did, he understood. Best thing to do is to give him a toy car. So he told, pedaling car. So he gave him a pedaling car. So they were leaving from Kunjiberi temple. What he did, the son was pedaling the car from there, probably up to post office, Not even that much, halfway. But after pedaling 50, 100 pedals, what happens? He got tired. Actually, initially when father gave pedaling car, he was so happy. He said, Papa, I thought I have to drive your Innova car. You keep with your Innova with you only. You gave me my car. Actually, people feel more happy when they have their own thing. Here in Pune, there is a computer company, small company. I saw the board, they have written My Own Planet. That's the name of the company. Everybody wants their own planet. Some people want their big house, big villa. Finally, they want planet only, my planet. Because Krishna has Goloka and I will have Bhuloka. They have their own planet. So, this boy was actually very happy when he got his own car. But then, after pedaling for a while, he got really tired. And we all will have that experience as we grow older. When we got the things which we wanted, like I'm going to America now, wherever I go, big rich people, Karodapatis are coming and meeting and saying they're not happy in their lives. One of the things, secretly they ask me, no one is around. See, you 35 years ago you joined and you are living like a beggar. How can you be happy? You are not accumulating anything. You have nothing in your name. Then how can you be happy? Openly they ask. So you will find that even after possessing his own car, was the boy happy? No, he got tired. Then he told the father, Papa, I am very tired now. And the father said, better don't worry. Would you like to sit in the front? Now the boy was ready to sit. Now he wanted some relaxation. Correct, no? Then he picked up the toy car and put on the top. And then they went. Now the boy went to sleep now. When Lonavala came, he was showing his father, Papa, see, there's a beautiful waterfalls. See the greenery. Now the sweetness of the relationship between father and the son was not affected. It was not affected by this. Therefore, the Lord allows us to forget Him and have our own toys in this world. So, this example which I told you fits very well in one shloka in the Bhagavatam, which says, I'll tell you the shloka. Sosa vadabragaruno bhagavan vivriddha premasmitena nayanamburham vijrumban uttaya vishwavijayaya chano vishadam madhya gira panayatat purusha purana. See this verse, third line says, Uttaya vishwavijayaya means, my dear Lord, you are so smart that you have conquered the jivas by your love. Like that Brahma is telling. How? Without hurting their love for you, you have made arrangements for us. Like that he is saying. Making a separate car arrangement means Lord is the smartest person who will not slap the jiva, who will not lock up the jiva, who will not let the jiva damage himself and others and everybody. But the Lord is so intelligent that He will make an arrangement by which, without affecting that love factor between Him and the jivas, He will purify the jiva. Like that is Brahma is glorifying. Therefore, it's called Vishwavijaya, means you are victorious, he says. So therefore he gives forgetfulness. So in this way you see he is a provider of everything. All these things which we read just now. Vedas, he is coming as Vedavyas. Vedavyas means he is a literary incarnation, correct, no? Yeah. He says, I am like the nylon thread that binds all the manis together. Sutre mani ganaiva. I am the source of everything, he says. I enter every planet by my energy. Like for example, you all know this car with a key, Children do that, correct? After giving lot of key, you leave it. It goes. That means the child has loaded the car with his energy. Similarly, Krishna says, I have loaded all the planets with my energy. Therefore, they are rotating. So otherwise, they cannot rotate. You will see that wherever there is anything material things, they are functioning. Behind that, there will be touch of spirit. You will see that. In America, there are hotels where there is not a single man. Everything is made by machines. You know that? Like you go to the hotel, you have to type some number. Then the gate will open. There's no watchman. They put gate, type the number, then only gate will open. You go inside, and then you put some card like this, then this thing opens, you go inside. Then it will tell you the room number. You go there and put another number or code. You get the key, open the room, you live there. When you're vacating, there's procedure, what to do. You check in, you check out, there is not a single person. Now, somebody may say, is the machine not running the whole thing? But behind that machine, there is a man who is counting the money and putting in his pocket. Correct, no? Does that hotel belong to somebody, or it is just existing like that? Belongs to somebody. Even though everything is mechanized, behind that mechanized system, there's a spirit behind. Same way, in Western countries, there are automated cars where there is no driver driving the car. You can make the car move, like the GPS control, you can have that. But behind that, there is a owner. Correct, no? The owner of the car who is remote operating it. Therefore, you will find the planets are revolving. They are all dead planets. Therefore, there's a spirit, touch of the spirit which is moving them. Like that you can understand. So, why I gave you the examples of a remote car or a mechanized hotel? Because in those places you don't see anybody. It appears that they are running on their own. But the profits go to a man, there's an owner. The car is also controlled by a man remotely. Just like you are sitting here, when you're, even before you reach the car, boop, like that people do nowadays, correct, no? You press a button and car door opens. If your son has already gone near the car, boop, you open it for him, correct, no? So he can open the door before you go to the car. Correct, no? So we have remote control because you are applying energy which makes the car open or close. Correct, no? So in the same manner, Krishna says, I operate the whole universe. I enter into each planet by my energy, and that's how they stay in the orbit, he says. Pranava Sarva Videshu. I am the Om in all the Vedas. All the Vedas, Puranas, Upanishads put together in one word means what is it? Om. Balam Balavatam Chaham. See, I am the strength of the strong, he says. Anybody who is strong, I am the strength of the strong. Buddhir Buddhimatam Asmi. See, Prabhupada is asking one place, did Einstein create his own brain? Oh, Krishna gave him the brain. Who is that fellow sitting under a tree, apple is hitting his head? Who is that? How did Newton get the brain to ask the question, why apple is coming down and not going up? Krishna gave him the brain, right? Buddhir Buddhimatam Asmi. I am the intelligence of the intelligent. See, Bijam Mam Sarva Bhutanam Vidyapata Sanatanam. He says that all the 8.4 million species of life, I am the seed-giving father, he says. That means if any cow is completely cut down and there is no, like out of 120 cows, only 30 are there. 90 varieties are not there now. The 90 varieties are gone. Can any man create those varieties again? So they have to go to Krishna and beg, please give those varieties. Imagine if all the mango seeds are destroyed in the world, you can't eat any mangoes. You have to go to Krishna and say, Aham bija pradipita, please give one mango seed. Yeah. And he gives suitable bodies and destinations. See, the bottom most, a man is raping a woman and becomes a dog in the next life. And one man is eating all dirty, nasty things, he becomes a pig. One man is giving charity to Brahmins, he becomes Indra in the heaven. And one man is worshipping Radha Krishna deities, he goes to Goloka and watching Krishna Balram dancing. See? Correct, no? So you can attain the results based on our desire as well as karma we do. See, every jiva has the type of food. The all-loving Father has made arrangement for this bird which is falling down. There is very nice dry leaves, like a bed. For everyone, He has made arrangement for their living, for their food, everything. Jivanam sarva bhuteshu. For all the jivas, I am giving them the life. I am maintaining the life by supplying food. By all the Vedas, am I to be known? Indeed, I am the compiler of Vedanta. I am knower of the Vedas. Yeah. So till now I told you God's love for us, correct, no? So elaborately I told, is there still time? Another 10 minutes we can go, no problem. 10 minutes. So let us say our love for God. Now these two are very fast. Next two. So our love for God, let us see how. What is the goal of life? See, if you see, when we forget God, we become mad after glitter and glamour of the material world. And we consider what is suffering to be enjoyment. You see, these are the kind of things people do in this world foolishly. They call it as enjoyment. I don't know what kind of enjoyment is that. If you take a cigarette, for example, they have a advertisement. In the below a Niagara waterfalls they show, and a boy and a girl are standing with one cigarette in their hands, just smoking, and they say, "Oh, this cigarette makes me feel cool." They're saying. So my spiritual master was asking, "How can they feel anything cool? They are putting fire in their mouth, and they are smoking and sucking the smoke into their lungs. It's charring their lungs, and they're calling it as cool. They're making you a fool," he said. So in this way, all these are harmful substances. That's what people call enjoyment foolishly. See, the goal of life is the pursuit and attainment of material comforts and pleasures. Nowadays, Prabhupada says everybody in the world is chasing after one thing, which is money, money, money. Money is honey. And with that money, they want to purchase sense gratification. These two are the goals of human beings, just like you see the picture below. Whereas the Vedic worldview is, it begins with Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, Anandamaya. See, most of the people in the world, they are in the first two stages only. Annamaya means eat and sleep, and Pranamaya means some people take the inheritance of the father, just eat and sleep. But some people, Pranamaya means they are in competition, rat race. They don't go beyond that. But Manomaya means those who dream about ambitions. They have dream job, dream house, dream car, dream girl, dream boy, and all these things. But beyond that, real life starts from the fourth and fifth. Vijnanamaya means soul realization. Anandamaya means God realization. Correct, no? Yeah. You see, how can we show our love for God? See, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, this is how he showed. The Jiva should show love for God. Lord Chaitanya taught it. Lord Chaitanya fainted unconscious when he saw Jagannath first. See, Madhavendra Puri, how he exhibited his love for God by establishing a temple for Gopal and performing Annakut festival for 2 years, he did. See, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ecstatically related the story of Kshirsar Gopinath to all the devotees, Bengali Vaishnavas, when they had come. You can see that. Yeah. See, this is a family, they live in Pakistan. Very, very, that Mataji who was worshipping, you are saying now, they have such a beautiful deity of Radha Krishna, you see. They decorate the deities very, very beautifully. This kind of deity worship, it purifies our vision and helps us to see Krishna's spiritual form. It's a tangible way of serving. They live in Pakistan, I see this family. Even in our Pasan state, we can see Krishna very nicely. And with great attention, devotion, they are worshipping. You can see that. Now you see, next few slides, I'm going to show you how they do Shringar for the deities. If you see, wow, you will say, you're going to be stunned now. I'm going to show you now. See this, how they have done Shringar. You saw? How much decoration you can see. See this. See, Radharan is giving a full plate of laddu mountain. You see that? And one laddu is in her hand also. You saw that? And they put that veni for her, this thing. See what a big nose ring they have put for her. And see, eyebrows also. You saw that? Very meticulous Shringar. See this. Amazing, no? House deities. Yeah, in the home. But I heard that this Mata spends a lot of time devoting for this. So, this is the way we can express our love for God, correct, no? We can express our affection by decorating the Lord, worshipping Him, putting up festivals, holding programs, giving prasad like that. So now, there are 9 ways to express our affection. First is Shravanam. See, this is Shravanam. Who is this? Sukadeva is speaking to Parikshit. Kirtana. The San Francisco Rathayatra, Prabhupada is This is also Kirtana. See, Prabhupada is speaking, glorifying Krishna, how the fellows are attentive, see? Isn't it? So when spoken with great faith and heard with great faith, then change of heart happens. Smarana. See, this is Prahlad remembering various pastimes of Krishna. different Kaliya pastime. So Smarana. This is Pada Sevana. This is Lakshmi performing service to Lord Narayana.
By chanting Yesha Deepaha, followed by the deity's Mula Mantra, offer 4 circles to the lotus feet, 2 circles to the navel, and 3 circles to the lotus face of the deity. Then offer the Deepa gracefully in 7 circles.
This is Archana. Huh?
He's always meek and mild, with a warm and friendly smile, so simple in his living, singing all the while. He sings out Krishna's name. He's always meek and mild, with a warm and friendly smile, so simple in his living, singing.
Dasyam, servitorship. How we do that? See Rama and Lakshmana walking. See, Hanuman is seeing a gap, so he's putting his hand. See? Serving the master like that. You saw that? You see, if you missed it, you see attentively. Eh? You see, huh? That is Dasyam, servitorship. You know the story, right? See, here he says, how should he offer? Actually, he does not offer it because someone told him to offer it. But he gives it out of love. That means, actually it should naturally come from the heart that I want to cook and offer to Krishna. Not that somebody has made a schedule for you or something. And then he says, but if my devotee has an impure body, I don't accept even that offering, he says. For example, you must have pure prayatatmanaha means, he says, ritually pure body. Therefore, you all know that we have to take a bath before cooking. And Mataji's put this cloth over the head, make sure that the hair doesn't fall. So offering has to be pure, he says. So because it's offered to the purest person. And also pure mind. However, the word prayata atmana can also mean a person with a pure mind. No one except my devotee has a pure mind, he says. The sign of their purity is the fact that they cannot give up the service to my lotus feet. That's the purity. That means, they want moment after moment some service for Krishna. That's their purity, he's saying. Even if there is a trace of lust or anger, it is insignificant, like the bite of a toothless snake, he says. If a toothless snake bites you, is it harmful or not? Toothless snake. No, harmful. It's not. Similarly, in case a devotee has some traces of lust or anger, that's not considered a great impurity because eventually that will evaporate, he says. But whatever, these are all purports of Baladev Devbhushan from Bhagavad Gita. Baladev Devbhushan commentary. I've taken this. Yeah. So the whole idea is whatever purity is possible for us to follow, we have to strictly follow. Like taking a bath and offering in a clean manner. He says that keeping the mind pure, we should offer like that. And also we should offer it spontaneously. Like our, what's his name? Our Acharya Madhavendra Puri. He offered Annakut festival. Yeah. So Krishna is very pleased by the offerings offered by the devotee with great devotion. Yeah. Yeah. See here, the Jiva desires, Ishwar, God sanctions, and then the Prakriti arranges the facility. Correct, no? So Paramatma is in between. Many people forget him. We are called Jiva. We are living in Jagat, but there is beyond the Jiva and Jagat, there is Jagadishwar. That people forget. The Jiva thinks that I can control the Jagat directly, and that's where he gets into problem. Correct? We are not the ultimate controller. We are minute controller. Just like this bulb. If I switch off, it will be off. If I switch on, it will be on. But am I the controller? Yes, I am. But I am only minute controller. Because if MSCB, they shut down the electricity, then even if I switch on, it won't get on. So that MSCB is like super soul. Super soul is like that. And the light is like Prakriti. And I am the Jiva who is doing Cheshta, endeavor. Is it clear to everybody? Yeah. See here, a son is coming and asking, Papa, I want something to eat. So father is taking on money and giving. Father is smiling, which means he's happy with the son. I think son is asking for to buy some copy or something, notebook or something. Father is giving, is no problem. But sometimes the son demands money for a wrong thing. Here you see, son is demanding cocoa chocolate. Father is saying, hey, beta, already you lost two teeth. Now if you eat more, all the other 4 will be gone. But he is very morose. Sometimes the jiva becomes like this. Is adamantly demanding. Then the father gives. He gives, but he gives reluctantly. See here? He is giving reluctantly. Okay. Wish speaker maro. Or wish speaker marja, like that he is giving. Reluctantly he is giving. So therefore we should not demand the super soul. Give me. Then he will. Like Pururava, such a fool. He performed a yajna. When Vishnu appeared, Vishnu asked, what do you want, my son? He said, I want Urvashi, he said. Already you got Urvashi before and she left you and went away. Still are you not frustrated? You want Urvashi? Then Lord arranged for him to meet Urvashi, but she was sitting with 3-4 other men. And then she told him, only one day in a year I will come and meet you, she said. And that fellow, after getting that one day in a year, he realized how painful it is for him. Because the whole year he cannot meet. His heart was burning. So then you can read, I think 11th canto, 24th or 25th chapter, Aila Gita comes. There his realization came. So the jiva sometimes very madly demands and then he realizes. So what are our duties? These are the 4 duties. Please read it. Read the 4 duties. Yeah.
Hare Krishna. Use our intelligence to appreciate the great creation of God. Next.
Yeah, next.
To unfold mysteries of God's creation through science to glorify God. To understand and explain the purpose of Lord's creation, which is to love God and love all. To utilize everything for pleasure of God and welfare of all.
Yeah. So first is to appreciate with wonder God's creation. Second one is through science, tell that wonder to the world and glorify God and tell them. And the third one is, to love God, the purpose of life, third one. And the fourth one is to utilize everything for expression. I've shown it in 4 slides. See the first slide I've shown here. See, that's what I showed you. Our intelligence to appreciate the great creation of God. Look at the God's creation, and like our William Wordsworth wrote a poem with wonderment. Millions of daffodils, I saw millions of daffodils. He wrote a poem. So we should be put to wonderment when we see God's creation, and honestly, transparently, humbly we have to appreciate without becoming envious of Him. Scientists, atheistic scientists are envious fellows. Don't become envious. Honestly glorify God's creations. Second thing, to unfold the mysteries of God's creation through science. Actually, there's no time. Otherwise, I would have shown the video. See, this is called as Fibonacci spiral. So the Fibonacci spiral, many of you might have seen in device, we have shown that. So this goes to show his intelligence. So we should unfold the mysteries of God's creation through science.
1280.
The third one, see this on the left side you find this is Professor Leela Purushottamdas. See, he is invited by Massachusetts Institute of Technology, Boston, to give a lecture on artificial intelligence. He goes there, regularly he goes. In a year, 2-3 times he comes there to MIT. At the same time, if you go to his house in IIT, in the morning and evening, he has whole morning program like ISKCON temple, on a whole evening program with Tulasi Arati, Narsingarati and Bhagavad Gita class. Every day it goes on in his house. He calls me also sometimes online, I go give lecture. He's my good friend. His name is Leela Purushottam Prabhu. And what is his achievement? He has produced hundreds of students from IIT Kanpur. Many of them are working in Gurukul BGIS in Vrindavan. They're working. Hare Krishna may be knowing, right? You may be knowing. So they are all working in Gurukul school. Now Gurukul school is a very big school now. They have 100 acres, I heard. So now he is recently, what he did, he put 4 of his students in IIT Kanpur to run the preaching, and he pulled out from there and went to IIT Mandi and became director there now. IIT Mandi. He says, I'm going to do the same thing in IIT Mandi also, in North. I think it's close to Uttaranchal, I think. So, where is it? Himachal, yeah. So very smart professor. So he is an example of a scientist, who has understood the purpose of Lord's creation, and is practicing and also glorifying God daily, morning and evening. And utilize everything for the pleasure of God and welfare of all. This is well known to you, isn't it? Whatever talents Krishna has gifted you, use it in glorifying Krishna. And our love for each other, this is the smallest section. See, these are the 3 reasons why jivas don't love each other, rather they trouble one another. See these 2 pictures. Bhogavritti, Sevavritti. Ravana represents Bhogavritti. Hanuman represents? See, Ram is pleased with the attitude of Hanuman. Such a beautiful video, isn't it? See this child want to finish the whole cake, see here. It's a proprietorship mentality. He want to be owner of the whole cake. Just like Duryodhana and Bali and all, they wanted to take over the whole world. Only Yudhishthira Maharaj had a good consciousness. I am only custodian of Supreme Lord's property. He thought like that. So 3 mentalities: proprietorship, controllership, enjoyership. Proprietorship means to wanting to own everything. Alexander and all these fellows. And controllership, you see, mother-in-law and daughter-in-law are pulling the man. Yesterday I asked in one program, why are they pulling? So, some Matajis were there. They said, Prabhuji, I think they both want money. They were saying. I never thought about money actually. I was thinking they will say that mother wants to keep son in her pocket and wife wants to keep him in her pocket. I was telling like that. And then that Mataji was telling, yes sir, Prabhuji, you want to keep in pocket and then empty his pocket. And on the left side bottom, you see, wife is asking, hey, morning I told you to bring something in the evening. Why you didn't bring? Husband says, hey, don't tell me. You never told me in the morning. And the wife says, see, when I was talking to you, you were on phone. You remember? Therefore, I told you, don't attend to the mobile when I am talking to you. And he says, no. I was hearing with mobile and this year I was hearing you. But you never told me. Okay, you admit that you didn't tell me. Now you want, I'll get it for you. But you never told me. Husband says, do you think the quarrel will end? Will never end. One out of the 2 have to give up. Husband says, okay, maybe you told me in the morning. Okay, I forgot it. Now you tell me. Then immediately what the wife will say? Now you have surrendered now. Mamekam saranam raja. Now she will give. Otherwise, actually both want to be boss in a house. It will be a miserable house. It will be. So you can see the controllership in this. So proprietorship. Then second is controllership. And third one is, this is no controllership mentality. I am instrument of God to serve those in my care. I am not the ultimate controller. This is right consciousness, you see. And this is enjoyership mentality. See this kid, she has taken away all the toys and telling the other kid, get lost. I will enjoy everything. It's enjoyership. I want to enjoy. Like Ravana was bringing women from all over the universe for exploiting and enjoying, and he was destroyed ultimately. Everyone is existing. Everyone should be at my beck and call. Everything is for my enjoyment. So these 3 impurities are the cause of the jiva sufferings in this world. Manasasthani, Indriyani, Prakritisthani. That's the main reason. So Prabhupada says here, you see, generally one who does not know the science of God assumes that this material world is for the enjoyment of the living entities. Therefore, modern man thinks that man is the center and everything in the universe revolves around him. Is it a correct understanding? Animals are for my eating. All the 120 material elements are for me to manipulate and make facilities for my life to enjoy. Like that he thinks. Actually, we should remove that fellow and put Krishna there. And everybody is supposed to love and serve Krishna. That's a correct paradigm. Look at this fellow, how he's greedy fellow in the left bottom. Therefore, that fellow is getting stressed out and frustrated. See, the top right picture shows how a person is running out of time and is putting a gun. You see, people work so hard because they try to become enjoyers and controllers. So the concluding 3 slides are very important. Last 3 slides. Read them in the top. Self-awareness means what? To be aware that I am an eternal spiritual being in a temperamental body. This is called self-awareness. And yellow one, you read it? It helps you to...
Self-awareness helps you to derive happiness from within, making you resilient to the winds of change.
The moment you understand I am not the body, I am the soul, even if there are a lot of challenges will come in life, you can remain cool. Self-awareness teaches you
to act as a steward of resources.
Not to become a owner of resources and like Hiranyakashipu and torture everybody, but a steward of resources like Yudhishthira Maharaj, like that.
And to protect your dependents and the vulnerable.
Yeah. So, as far as resources are concerned, we should become steward, means custodian of the resources for the welfare of all. And protect our dependents and not exploit them. Hiranyakashipu did both. He was exploiting Prahlad also, and he was troubling all the other jivas also. And then he can be empowered by the divine grace, like Arjuna was empowered. Actually, if you become faithful to Krishna and align with him, then we can be empowered. There are 2 forces in this world. One is called Daiva, one is called Purushakara. Purushakara actually means your endeavor. Daiva means Krishna's empowerment. And the Krishna's empowerment can be 1,000,000 times more powerful than your own endeavor. So therefore, we should actually pray to Lord whenever we do anything. My Lord, if I am trying to please you, please kindly empower me so that something wonderful will happen. Then we can do miracles. Actually, by empowerment, you can do miracles. By human endeavor, you can't do miracles. Not possible. So therefore, it is said, prayer means difference between your power and God's power. So your power plus prayer is equal to God's power. Then you will get... that's called M power, means what? Mercy power, capital M power. So that mercy power is extremely powerful. That's all. We completed now. Shri Prabhupada ki, Har Bhakta Vrinda ki. I'm very sorry you all had to turn your neck this way, that way. Neck may be paining for you now. Isn't it? Because the slideshow was that side. Nice it was. So I can share this PPT. You all can teach also others. It's very easy to teach this even for newcomers actually. Very, very young devotees also we can teach. Which one? I'll give that also, yeah. So I should pass it all on to our Atmanand Gaurang Prabhu or who? And then you can pass. I'll give you the PPT and the letter also I'll give you. I can do 5 minutes Kirtan and one can wind up by around 9 o'clock. Hope it's not too late for you all. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Rama, Rama Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Ram, Hare Hare, Hare. Jaya Radha Vrindavan Chandra, Radha Vrindavan Chandra, Radhe. Jaya Jagannatha, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra. Jaya Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Jaya Krishna Balaram. Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jai Srila Prabhupada. Jai Jai Gurudev, 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 Jai Jai Gurudev. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. Gaur Premanande, Harinam Sankirtan ki.